Okay, hi. I'm just gonna start playing because I may or may not have a lot of time today. We'll see. There we go. Music glitching out again. So yeah, I don't know if anyone's here yet. We're just getting started, but yeah, hi. So much progress we can make. Links V today. Oops. Right. The flood. There we go. Alright, one mob down. Kind of annoying. Hello. Son of a bitch. Just getting started here. The first person to use champ. Congratulations. Yep. Keep like instinctively trying to double jump there. Ugh. The question was, and thought I should give it a fair shot instead of just saying you hate it. Yeah, I mean, it's not a terrible idea. You can just discover that you hate it yourself. Right, he takes a short hop, not a long one. Honestly, like, yeah, if you want a clunky, archaic experience, like you're back in 2005 or something, because there's not too much else out there like that. Variety, you know, is a game for everyone. No matter how weird your tastes are. So. Yeah. What the fuck? Now AoE, I feel like, is a good example of how to modernize something old like that. Oops. Yeah, I don't know. MOBAs are just stuck in the past or something. They seem to be particularly bad about that kind of thing in general. From what I know of AoE 2, which I haven't put a lot of time into, that's my take on it as well. Yeah. Depending on how much time I have, I may even play a bit of that today. I don't know, we'll see. DPS race. Sorry, we won it. There we go. You good? Yeah. Save point, nice. What is that? Huh? Still hit me, really? Alright, let's brute force the shit out of it. I'm fine with that. Toothache. Oh, that's always shitty. Disappointed until next week. Like, early next week or late next week? What day is it even today? Today's Wednesday. Yeah, that's good at least. Yeah, I got like an abscess in one of my molars during like lockdown shit, so I had to just deal with that for months. It was pretty unpleasant. But even short term, it's not a fun thing. So hopefully what you have on your end is just like, you know, it's just like a slight Carrie style infection and not for like a full-blown swelling abscess or something. Oops, that's way too early. Yeah. You got it pulled. Yeah. I ended up getting root canals because I found like essentially like a low-income dentist thing, so that worked out for me. Solgren game? Yeah, no, Solgren game. We've been doing this for a few days now, so we're knee-deep in this stuff at this point. I feel like I'm actually getting kind of close to the end. I'm not sure, obviously. Anyone who knows, I don't want to know. But it's been quite interesting so far. Normally it is, yeah, I got it for significantly less. That said, I still haven't paid for crowns or anything, so allegedly I'm supposed to do that at some point. We'll see when I can come up with the $800 to do that. I think you have to fall off it. Well, no, you slide, probably, don't you? Yeah, pretty close. Actually, could you slide backwards, maybe? Oops. Way too early. Oh, I didn't get my slide. What the hell? Well, which tooth is it? That also changed, because, like, yeah, some teeth are obviously more important than others. Hmm? Professional streamer? I mean, that's all it takes. Or all it takes is to make some money, then you're a professional. I mean, who the fuck else is gonna play a Solgren game other than a professional? Huh. The fuck? Shit. Shit. That's not what I meant to do. Could I slide there and do anything different? So I fall off, fall into the thing, jump again. Well, again, they're streamers, right? That's who this game. That's who this game is meant for. At this point, anyway. So I fall, jump once. Maybe we make it to the next thing, then I hover? Think about this. This is like... I doubt it's a thing of just like going over it. I don't think I can get that much height and distance there anyway. Even there's something missing here because don't think even could you even get enough distance assuming there was nothing in the way? There's nothing with that. Oh, wait, hold on a second. I think I get it. Yeah, okay, there we go. Hover there and jump. You just gotta slide. I understand. Faster on that one. What? Come on. God, I hate that stupid you don't get the slide thing. Like, I clearly am touching the ground, because that wouldn't break unless you touch the ground, yet I get the hover action instead of the slide action. Whoops. Way too early. Wow. Didn't hold my jump long enough. Hello, Angel. Oops. Not enough distance. Go to a TV or a console tonight. You stop watching this shit then? They better hope Mr. Profanity starts streaming sooner. Well, actually, I'm not streaming that long anyway, so... Theoretically, we'll see what happens in D&D here today. Even the laptop is packed up. Yeah. Seems like the kind of thing you could just pack up last. But I don't know. I don't know your setup, so. No, I can't get the distance on this one. Oh, no, I know the problem. You didn't? I mean, like, you could have... Couldn't you just, like, pack that up tomorrow or something right before you left? There we go. anyone help you? Wait, what? Your TV? We can just leave now, right? No, it's here. Here we got this. Hi. Arnie's behind those gates. You're our only hope, V. Okay, so, we just did that one? I don't know. I don't actually remember which. I think, or was it this one? Because there were like multiple ways you could go, right? And I picked one of them. Apparently this is the only way to go now. Okay, yeah, there was a down way and then there was an up. Can I get past that? I think maybe I could slide under that? Oh. Oh, okay. Makes a bit more sense. Is there anything down here? What the fuck? Well, what have we here? An angel. It's been a long time since we've seen any of your kind around these parts. Yes, a very long time. What do you think, sis? Let's have some fun. Unquestionably, dear sister, my axe thirsts for angel flesh. Oh, just actually trying to dodge. Okay. Yeah, so I wasn't actually looking to do a boss there. Trying to figure out what the hell is where. So the boss is at like the end of each of these? And what was over here? Oh no, that was where we came from, over that way. I can remember that. I can't go that way, maybe anymore? I don't know. The Ruby? Yeah, Ruby V and your name was Amethyst or something? You must have been Amethyst. Sale for cheap? How much is cheap for a TV that big? I want to see what's up here. I don't think I'm getting across that. The library. Nope. Hmm. $500. You see, I'm assuming that's a good deal, but I have no clue. One sec, I gotta navigate these fucking things. I mean, it looks like I can make it over that, and then I don't know what you do from there, but... Yeah. Queued up for 10 minutes? I get the impression you don't actually want to play that. I don't know, is there any way to... Might be able to just barely make that. Almost like to you, but they cost more. I see. Oh my god. I just want to see what's on the other side. I don't know if it's like anything or what. Ugh. Oh right, those kill you. Anything spawns there. Ugh. Part is like a waste of my time. Is your car legal today? I don't know that until like you got a license. Like it's insured now, kind of thing. Okay, it is doable. Now that I know, that makes this less annoying. Now I know I'm doing something that is like possible, physically, as opposed to just wasting my time. I mean, it still might be nothing, but you know. Right. God, I keep forgetting you can't touch those stupid things. Ag and tax. I see. Well, I mean, that's useful. It's nice to be able to use a car. It doesn't serve much of a purpose of just sitting there. Okay, so there's nothing there. I confirmed. You can get out there, but it doesn't do anything. Oh, getting to the library resets your health. I didn't see that. Alright. I mean, a diagonal should suffice there. Just wondering if you could speed it like that. Oh. Okay, so he just doesn't take damage, got it. Oh. He sees you through there, I get it. Yeah. Ugh, God, why is that there? It's there to be annoying. What if I just like hover in the middle there long enough that it'll turn its back again? Fuck's sake. Dead tag for 2 years? Did it ever cost you? Right. Okay. I mean, I could do that. I could do that part by brute forcing and just take my one hit there, but oops. God, that thing is just so stupid. It's there to like make you wait for like an extra second on spawning. That's the only reason it's there. There we go. Ugh. Long enough to get them to has found few competitive players to your party while searching. Found few, like too few? I mean, have you ever played the game before? You're like on a brand new account, I would imagine, right? Why not? Does it preserve your MMR from years ago at all? Like, I have no idea. I felt when I was playing the other day, it felt like I was playing against people who at least had a vague notion of what they were doing. So it seemed like they preserved some MMR, at the very least. There we go. I'm curious if there's anything down there. I doubt it. Interesting, there's that. There's like literally nothing there. It's so weird. Just, I guess you can't, like, get out quickly? I'm not sure. But there's other ways to block it off. I'm toxic. I don't even know. I feel like it probably preserves some MMR down to a certain base level. You know what that actually means? It means dead game. No one wants to play Dota. The world is learning. I mean, honestly, I don't know who the hell is going to be picking up that game in this day and age. Like, how do you even get into a weird sub-community like that? Like a niche. Like, I guess they must have a reasonable amount of player retention, because, again, like, what the hell is you gonna play if you want something like that in 2022? But I can't imagine just new people picking that game up and being like, this is the thing for me. Toxic. Alright, there's more. Ah. Whoops. Okay, what are we doing here? Can I kill that thing? Sometimes you... I think sometimes... Well, let's see. Yeah, well, at least you can damage it. Hello, Rami. Years ago? Yeah. I mean, I still sort of do that. You're welcome. We're doing something a little bit different right now, and just in general, I'm doing very different things, but I don't think it's necessary to kill that guy, but it gives me time to think here. Okay, so grab the super dash, and then just... I don't think I even need this super dash. I can just jump behind him and then land on the thing. Whoops. Pleasing to watch as well. Well, it's significantly more pleasing to play, so it works for me. I mean, I've got to wait for him to turn anyways, so it's like I may as well kill the thing. But yeah, I got to time the jump like quite well because you got to take a very low hop. Even later than that. Now we have all the time in the world. Wait, did he take damage, or is that numbers floating up? It must have been floating up the other guy. It briefly looks like there's a 1 that pops up, but I think it's just like a 0 that gets shaken around. Oops, and looks like a 1. Oh, right, yeah, I gotta move, because he just... Okay, that means... Okay, no, I get it. I gotta save the dash to get through, most likely. Tell you about it? Well, that means we'd have to talk about the PB, so I'd rather just not tell you. Yeah, so I gotta grab it, land, double jump, go through the thing, then on the, like, the last split second we have left of the dash, hopefully be able to use it there. That's the idea I'm getting here. Yeah, I gotta be much faster on that part. I haven't looked into it at all, other than what little I've seen on the PBE, so... Are you gonna be able to do that without a flutter there? Maybe I don't use the dash afterwards. I mean, you definitely have time to duck down and have him turn. I just don't understand what the purpose of that dash is. It's just really weird. Son of a bitch. Maybe it's just like you have two ways of doing it kind of thing, and you gotta like... It's a bit easier to do it that way. So if you get hit, I'm not sure if you preserve a dash or not. Ah. At least I know it respawns. Son of a bitch. Whoa. Yeah, I don't know if it can be done that way. I probably need to spend, well, bot go off. Just trying to figure out the rules of this, like the thing I'm playing right now. I mean, it's pretty basic. It's just it's in the subgenre of like the ultra hard platformer. It's by the same guy who made I Want to Be the Boshi, if you're familiar with that one. It's just, yeah, a difficult platformer. Mechanically, there's not a lot too complicated going on. Generally, stuff kills you very quickly. Well, some things kill you immediately, some things don't. You have a jump, you have a jump, a double jump, a hover, a slide, and an attack. There's a melee attack if you're close to things, and there's a range attack which you have a certain number of charges of, 3 specifically, and you make your way through the world. This thing you can't kill. Basic. Ugh. It's hard to time it, like, I don't know, maybe... Hold on, let me take a look. Did they go... Are they constantly synced in terms of their positioning? So that's him that way. That time. He's looking that way and it's there. He's looking that way and it's there. Looking that way and it's not there. It's looking that way and it's not there. Looking that way and it's there. Looking that way and it's there. He's looking that way and it's kind of there. Looking that way, it's very much not there. He's looking that way, it's nowhere near. Looking that way, and he's nowhere near at all. So that's 3. 3 per cycle, at least so far. So yeah, it looks like it's 3 opportunities to go through, roughly. Was it helpful? Okay, that's good. Also does... Yeah, as far as I'm aware, he like draws porn for a living now. Which I imagine is... probably more lucrative than making video games. Not always porn. I mean, you know, whatever you gotta do to make money, right? Totally cool by me. If I could make a lot of money drawing porn and I could draw, I'd probably do it. Job's a job. Can I do it all in one go? Let me think about that. So he turns there. He's on the Switch also? That sounds about right. I think, you know. And like, I'm not certain. I don't know much about the Switch, but that sounds familiar. So this is the cycle where I could have gone. I didn't. Upcoming one, I could have gone again. Okay, so let's wait for the 3 where I can't go. That's the first one where it's not advisable to go. That's the second one where I don't really want to be going. And then there's going to be a third one here where I don't want to go, and then I can go. I've just like gone for it and like face tanked a shot. Boshi is getting a how the hell is Boshi getting a switch? That's a or is it like some kind of unofficial bootleg wear kind of thing. How the hell did I fall through that? Like, there's no way that's a product you can buy on the Switch. Like, I don't know how Switch, like, the marketplace or whatever works, but... Is there, like, a section for just, like, free stuff? Oh yeah, well, I mean, Roa is like, yeah, like, that's his own IP, so... As far as I'm aware. Banshee is like the most illegal game ever made. But not really, but you know. Really? Oh, no, I know what to do. Well, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know if there's like a free Switch section kind of thing where you just download stuff like it's a computer. Like, I don't know how the Switch works. I don't own one. You son of a bitch. You stream it? If it was on the PlayStation, why don't you just stream it on PC? Or are you talking about Roa? Your laptop sucks so much that you can't play Boshi? Or are you talking about like that weird, like, stream through the PlayStation thing? Like, are you saying your laptop is so crappy it can't stream anything, period? Because I'm pretty sure, like, a calculator could run Bosch. Okay, next one. Ugh. I can get through there fast enough. And there's 10. I mean, usually I'm pretty good about figuring the intent. In this one, it's like, it's the execution. Like, there are probably several ways this can be done. I'm more just curious which is the right one. Or the intended one. Because I can definitely brute force it to a degree, but I don't know what, like, the quote, flawless way of doing it would be at the moment. Like there, if I'm a little bit faster, I can just brute force that, not skip through by tanking a hit. I'm pretty sure I can do it. I can shave some time. I think the next one is bad. No, I could have done it there. It means we can do the next one. Ah, I got the hover. God, I hate that. I don't know why that happens. It's like sometimes you get the hover instead of the dash. That might have worked. It was going to be pretty close, but... Ah, I got the hover. There we go. See? The only thing I found, like, I think really irritating was, yeah, the glitched boss. Where it just wouldn't let me kill it. Can you get through there? Through where? Which thing are we talking about? Assuming this is like an elevator, it's gonna start going up. You know what I'm curious about? No, wait, hold on. Oh boy, this is fun. I think that's probably the way, but... Gotta time it better, maybe? Yeah, I think I can do that. Well, maybe I should watch this for bits. And then this next part... Probably from the right side. I'm gonna get a dash here. There's all this crap. Some free space. Looks annoying, but doable. Probably not really intended to kill any of them if I had to guess, but... Big section here, alright, alright. There's still like a boss that I haven't killed either. Right? This is, well, I think there was another thing. Yeah, okay, so this is fine. It's gonna be one of those up there. So you gotta kill those quickly before, okay. Again. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to complete this one today. I'm not, like, because I do have to potentially go in a bit. Really? Let me alt tab real quick here. like potentially no D&D, which means I have more time to stream. Maybe, we'll see in a sec. I mean, I gotta get good at this part anyway, because I'm doing a lot. Really. That part doesn't look too bad. Dash. Hit that. Gain double jump. While avoiding stuff. Do I even need to, like... No. Ugh. Right idea, just a little bit too quick. Too fast again. Timing is kind of tight. Assuming that is the way to do it. I think it is. Actually, I probably got a slide there, too. It buys me, like, a little bit of extra time. Okay, that's this part. Now we're here. Yeah, it's going to be a bit annoying. What? I'm wasting my time. That's gonna be quite irritating. Because I can't just do it whenever. I gotta time it. Okay, I think I have an idea. The wing, when I pick up the dash thing, the wing, it gives me an extra dash. So yeah, with your just base kit, it wouldn't be possible, but they do give you an extra little tool there. Spike balls are really annoying, but I think I have an idea of how, yeah. You probably need to deal with them. What the fuck? Oh, whatever. Just gonna check something on another monitor real quick here. Really? Right clip there. Wait, what? Is there more? This noise is annoying. I just, ugh. Well, okay, well, we can get... Okay, this screen needs to change. The sound is annoying. We'll move on in just half a second. Way too hard? I mean, like I said, it's the point of the game. I knew what it was going to be when I started, so... This is my 5th day playing it now? Right. Well, a couple of the days are really short. So I don't know if they count as full days or not. But... This part seems... This is probably the most difficult part I've encountered so far. This is pretty intense, but you'd expect that, right? It's the furthest part in the game I've reached. But, you know, difficulty spikes up and down depending on the... You know, what part you're in the game. What the hell is that emote? A goblin crab or something? Hold on. Yeah, that was a bit early. It's like, uh-oh. What? What the fuck? V2 mono is a gremlin dancing. I thought it was something. I was like, it's a crab or a goblin. Or something. Oh, it was like crab goblin. How has there never been a crab goblin? At least not that I'm aware of. Oh, I can... Oh, I didn't see that. I can land there. Alright, that makes things a lot easier. I get it. That was a demon, I see. It's a fairly popular kind of... sort of base VTuber model kind of thing, I guess. That's the actual... Okay. I don't know, like, a hell of a lot about VTubing, but... certainly for a while there, it seemed like it was all the rage. I don't know if it's still considered super popular or what. I remember people were saying, when it first started really picking up, someone was like, one day everyone will be a VTuber. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I imagine it's still like a pretty popular scene, I guess, for lack of a better term. Oops. I forgot to do the first part. I accidentally picked random, not knowing Innislock instead of hovering, and I had no idea what the fuck was it doing. Yeah. Stotus. Everything is just needlessly obtuse. People talk about the difficulty or whatever, but it's, you know, it's pretty standard bog standard MOBA stuff. It's just... It's just, a lot of it feels obtuse for the sake of being obtuse. Okay, I gotta land there again. Alright, so I'll dash there, land, and then jump off. And then we get to this part. And we sort of mentally do it and see how many times I get hit. Got hit once so far. Maybe twice. Either way, I don't think I can even get hit once by this point. Well, because I've taken damage, I can't. I feel like I might have been able to make it through that. Maybe. But again, like, my mental image of where my character is not going to be super accurate. This part looks really annoying. And then... because I need to kill those. And they don't die very fast. Because I don't like their personal image and don't want to have their named in front of a lot of people. Yeah, no, I get the idea. It's interesting. You know, it's the internet. You can be whatever you want on the internet. Why not your physical appearance as well? Or at least the appearance that you present to the world. Yeah, too early. Some excellent exercise of the technology for some other kind of application. What do you mean? Just kind of curious what you mean. Like perhaps rephrase that, or oh, barely. There will be a persistent thing. There will be persistent if you want to connect with people. So is he saying, like, if you're VTubing, like, they don't get that, or? I don't know, I imagine at this point there are some VTubers who've been doing it for quite some time. It's not like a super new thing anymore. So. Oh, shit. Mm-hmm. Fucking God. Sometimes the black hole just ends up in this really annoying spot. It's our favorite emote, awesome. Not into Dota, it feels overly complicated for no reason. For a new player like me, some of the items, some characters having like, what, up to 9 abilities. I feel clunky. Yeah. Like I said, it's old. But I imagine, you know, that's what Dota has to be. Like, it's like League of Legends. I don't necessarily blame them for the state of the game or like how it is at its core. Because Dota even more so, I imagine... Hold on, let me just do this tangent. We'll talk. Okay. It's your guys' fault. Trent. It's like, if they were to radically change the game to not be just this clunky, obtuse, archaic relic from, you know, the early 2000s, that's what their player base wants, right? And if you change that, they all go away. No one else is going to start playing Dota all of a sudden because, like, oh, look, this fresh coat of paint on Dota, let's go pick it up. Like, you're not going to replace your player base like that. So, you know, it's just, that's what Dota is, and that's what all Dota will always be. They're catering to a very specific and weird demographic, and you know, whatever. That's their game. I'm not going to go in and want to change the game for the sake of, you know, something I'm not going to play anyway. Dota? No, that's the other MOBA we don't talk about. Pixel. No, HOTS is the best of the traditional MOBAs. I say that as someone who doesn't play Blizzard games anymore. The other MOBA? What? HOTS? We definitely talk about HOTS here. HOTS is... I'm actually impressed with how well HOTS... How well that game is. How well made that game is. In terms of just embracing the MOBA identity and really just running with it. Is it? Who told you that? Citation needed. Sources, please. Well, Paragon is actually coming back. Well, in a certain form. What is it? Predecessor? I'm actually waiting on that one. So is Hope, if I recall correctly. It feels like it's going to be a bit difficult to get like a consistent thing there. Riot? Really? Riot did that? Yeah, I gotta sneak in between there. Timing is tough. I've been seeing a lot more mention of HOTS in the League subreddit recently. Really? That raises a lot of questions, like what the hell are you doing in the League subreddit? Well, we'll leave that for now. But that does seem kind of weird. They're talking about that game. Man, what do you... Oh no, no, you know what? I think I get it. I need to make the red spike balls descend faster by having them shoot straight down, I think. Or at least at less of an angle. By trying to create space, I'm making them sort of float in the way too long. I have a swear jar. How will we do that? Anytime someone uses those words in chat, they have to donate? Yeah, okay, yeah, there we go. I know how to do it. So I'll stand there, then go between, and then through. I was trying to drag them out over to the left, but that's not the way you do it. You could probably still do it like that, but it's probably... seems like it'd be much, much harder. Seeing chat activity. Give me a second here. Ugh. Right idea, though. Good after every Worlds LEC. Volcano. It's interesting. Yeah, no, HOTS definitely had some interesting mechanics. Credit for them on that. They were definitely very creative, which the other MOBAs could take a page out of, but they only steal boring ideas. Apparently I raided with one of the devs from Riot. He sent me some clips of him using a Paragon character in a shooter game. Oh, yeah, no, there's Paragon assets just floating around in various games. It's part of some kind of Epic Games asset pack thing. Like, I played a game with, you might have even been the same thing. What the hell is that thing called? BPM. BPM, the bosses have Paragon assets. And there's probably other games. Close to getting past that part. Then there's that bullshit afterwards. So. Yeah, it's like Predecessor, Faults was another one. It's like 3 or 4. Wasn't there? Early access this year. The team is working hard towards release candidate, and we are getting closer by the day. We share the exact release date as soon as it is going to one. Yeah, I'll definitely. Well, actually, well, by this year means 2022, right? I'll try and. I don't know. It'd be really. As far as MOBAs go, if I could make this game work for my stream as a consistent competitive thing, I might go for it. We'll see. I did have fun with Paragon way back in the day. I don't know how much of a streaming audience this game will have, but we'll see. It won't have any because I'm kind of interested in streaming it, so it'll die, about maybe in a month after launch. That's just guaranteed. That's how this works. If I pick a game to stream, it will die within 1 to 3 months. But it'll be just my luck, because it'll be like I'll stabilize streaming numbers with this game, stream it for a few months, and then Street Fighter 6 will come out, and I'm really gonna want to stream that, and that'll just ruin everything. AoE hasn't died. AoE is not a main game for me. I haven't staked my channel's future on Age of Empires 4. I just play that because I want to play it. Put a lot of workload on him. I hear weird things coming out of Riot, but yeah, I don't know. Fortnite. What game was it? Because I've mentioned this in the past. It hasn't been much of a thing recently because, reasons, but I want to say it was around circa 2017, 18-ish when I was really looking for another game to get into. This just kept happening over and over again. And then so it started to become like, yeah, people would say stuff like, play this game for me. So yeah. Over Prime. I think there was one that started with like an F. It was like Bolt or something like that, I thought. And then there I think there's 4. And there's like one that's like not similar. Like it's really different. You won all 3 of your Fortnite matches? Don't they put you up against bots when you first start or something? Yeah, no. You go multiplayer. I don't know. This is just what I've heard. But if it's a new account, they put you up against bots and they just don't tell you. Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, that part's actually a bit annoying, too. I'm trying to, like, also not get hit, but I might just have to get hit and brute force that part, just so I can see the next part. I'm gonna need a lot of life going forward, though. Ah! Yeah, no, I mean, it's like, I don't think it's supposed to be all bots, it's just like, the lobby is populated with a lot of bots, and so it's like some new players and a bunch of bots. I don't know if it's to make matchmaking easier for like new accounts or whatever, but again, I don't know. I'm not a Fortnite player. It was fall? Okay. Here's where it's the... Wait, one second. You son of a bitch. Ooh, I wonder if I can just skip that part like that. I probably can. I just gotta have a tighter jump. I only have to get it through. Skill expression? It's a mix. It's a mix of memorization and skill. Like, you have to have very tight mechanics. Like, so it's both. You can't... So it's not like a pure skill thing where you just wing it and do it all in one go. It's like you need to figure out the pattern and then execute. So it's kind of a strange mix of things. Like, learning patterns is also a skill as well, right? Like, it's not as obvious as, say, like, mechanical twitch skill. But, like, people who are bad at recognizing patterns are just not never going to get it, but they're going to get things significantly slower. I would say in the grand scheme of things, I'm pretty quick at recognizing patterns, so I'll get it. If anything, I would say I'm better at recognizing patterns than twitch mechanics. Not that I'm bad with twitch mechanics, I feel like. Well, Elden Ring, you can just... Any kind of Souls-like, I feel like, if you play enough, you can brute force anything. Like, just one-shot bosses for the... Well, it depends. Some of them you can't. Like, I don't think anyone is really going to one-shot Millennia and stuff like that. It's possible. I'm sure some... Well, I don't know. Maybe with a very, very specific build by someone who is also very good at Souls games. Maybe they one-shot Millennia or something like that. But by and large... Like, I'm not the greatest Souls player ever, but... I've played enough, you know, to the point where I was doing challenge runs and speedrunning, so, you know... I've played the series a good amount. So there'll be, like, a lot of bosses where I can just brute... You know, any of the Souls games, I can just brute force them. You know, I'll just, like, mechanically react and one-shot them. But I get what you mean. Like, there is a lot of sort of pattern recognition and stuff like that with the Souls game. Like, that's how it's normally played. But it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. Oh, I'm sure there are cheese strats. Yeah. Whether or not anyone ran into those cheese strats in like one shot without knowing what's going on, I'm not sure about that. It's probably happened. Yeah, I guess, there's probably a bunch of people who've run into Millennium and she's glitched out immediately. As it is one-shotter. I imagine that's a tiny, tiny, tiny minority. Well, I mean, that's the thing with Souls games, right? It's just like... with anyone, it's a matter of investing a lot of time, and eventually you just kind of... Like, the controls and how the character handles and how you react to things starts to become really natural. Like, that's why I one-shot almost every single, like, Bloodborne boss on my blind playthrough. I didn't know what they were doing, but I was just reacting to everything. Not because I'm, like, the greatest god gamer in the universe and, esports, blah, blah, blah. Something. It's just because I played a lot of Souls games. Particularly around then, I was very, very practiced at Souls games. So... This is a lot more punishing, especially, like, the pace of the game is different. Obviously, like, you die, and then you just go again. Like, you just go and go and go. So, this is going to be more kind of, yeah, again, pattern memorization, but also at the same time, the ability to react to those patterns. Like, it's just because you know... Like, just because you know exactly what you're supposed to do, doesn't mean you'd be able to do it in this game immediately. Obviously, if you looked up a guide or something, it'd probably make it a lot easier, because then you would know exactly what to do and then do it. At some point, but... Like, ultra-hard platformers, as far as I can tell, are always just a mix of memorization and execution. Now you can build... Yeah, I mean, that's a case of memorizing what the hell to deal with bosses, and then you go in with the proper tools, and it's gonna seem easy by comparison, You're not fighting with the training weights on anymore. In that sense, probably what helped me with Bloodborne also is, like, just how fast I'm better with, like, fast mechanics. So just how fast, like, movement and everything is. Shit. Hey, we did it. Okay. Yeah. Almost through, actually, yeah. So I can use the sides more than I was, so we can get through that, no problem. And then into this part, which doesn't seem too bad. Then this. This is going to be really annoying right here. Celeste was a really good game. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. Probably my favorite platformer. At least that I can think of anyway. What? Up until Reborn? I don't remember boss names very much. Really now. Well, yeah, I just played Elden Ring a few months ago. Elden Ring, or not Elden Ring, Bloodborne I played. I don't even know when the hell I played Bloodborne, like 2000. I want to say 2018-ish? Like, I'll remember specific Bloodborne bosses, but just not all of them. Also, like, the amount of time spent on any given boss is obviously going to be different. Like, Millennia I spent, what, maybe 3 hours on? I didn't have to spend that long, but I wanted to play it. It was such a cool fight, I wanted to beat it in a specific way. But, you know, it's still 3 hours. It's a lot longer than the average it takes me to fight, or kill any boss. And like I said, Bloodborne I one-shot, I want to say almost everything. And nothing took that long. I think the longest it ever took me to kill a boss was like not even, like maybe an hour, and that's because I played when I was just completely exhausted. And I was like, I'm not playing well right now, but I'm just going to brute force through it. That was one of the DLC bosses. I want to say Orphan of Cause only took me like 10-20 minutes as well, but I remember that one just because it was like it's made up to be like this huge difficult thing, and it was just like, oh well, it's dead. Yeah, I played Sekiro. Sekiro is really good. I mean to replay that at some point. I'm just trying to like forget about as much of the game as possible so I get like kind of a pseudo-blind experience. Maybe a couple of years from now kind of thing. Oops, fuck. NG plus 2. I never did an NG plus run on Bloodborne. I just kind of played it and that was the end of it. That's another game I'm going to try and forget about as much of it as possible and then maybe play it again some years down the line kind of thing. That and Sekiro. What? Like I would just jump. First one we tried a Souls game. Oh yeah, no, like the first Souls game you try is always going to be the hardest. Like that's how it works, right? You over time you get better at the skill set, and then it starts to feel easier. But it's not like the game is actually easier. It's like how people used to say the first game was the hardest, but it's not. It's because it was the first game you played most likely, and you were ass at it. Ugh. Well, you son of a bitch. I should have just stayed on the thing. Does he get? Oh, that's cool. He gets an extra mechanic. Spoilers. Orphan of Cause is the final boss in the Bloodborne DLC. It's the screeching baby thing. Well, actually, I guess you wouldn't... I don't know. Typical peasant gamer hope, having trouble in Orphan of Cause. Whoa. Okay, don't jump too high. Yeah, okay. Jumping too high there fucks you. Wait, I thought Elden Ring was your first like serious attempt at as a Souls game. You make it all the way to Orphan of Cause. I don't know what that is if not a serious attempt at a Souls game. Mm. Mm. Just gonna take a bite of my pie here. Hardest game you've ever played? I don't know what my hardest game ever is. I know what my single hardest encounter probably is. As for the game overall, I'm not sure, but when I played Remnant 4 Ashes, or whatever it was called, Remnant, or no, I think it's Remnant from Ashes. Something. It's the shooter Dark Souls, but this has a random element to it, so I don't know if it counts. But I played it on like the stupid NG Plus mode that they added after the fact, and I think the bosses are random that you get, and I got like this ridiculous boss for early on in the game. And that took me multiple streams to kill. That has never happened, like, with any other encounter. That took me something more than 9 hours. I don't remember, like, it wasn't, like, too much longer than that, but it was something over 9, because I remember the previous record for the longest time I'd ever spent on a boss in a challenge run was 9 hours, and I went past that by a bit. The one that, because yeah, well, the boss that took me that long was my first challenge run ever in Dark Souls 2, or just challenge run period in any game was in Dark Souls 2, and I was doing Soul Level 1, which is like a horrible challenge run to start off with. Because Soul Level 1 is particularly difficult in Dark Souls 2 for reasons that I don't want to get into. But iframe stuff. And, what the hell was it? Fume Knight took 9 hours. But anyway, this stupid thing in Remnant, whatever it's called, it was like a boss. It was a random boss that you would get for the stage. And he would multiply. And like, I think he would some attacks would one-shot, I think the rest would two-shot. And so he would just keep multiplying, so there'd be just like tons of them all over the place, and you would run out of ammo unless you fought him in a very, very specific way. So while you're dodging these things multiplying all over the place, you also had to conserve ammo and pick it up in a very, very specific pattern, or you would just die. Or rather, you wouldn't be able to kill it, then you would die. So I had to like get really creative with how I was, or I guess not necessarily creative, but really, really tight in terms of how I was doing that encounter, and to be played in a very specific way. Yeah, I don't know. Hardest game. I mean, you can still, like, all the games I play are blind and without guides and all that. So, you know, you can still, it's still, the option is available to you. I'm sure there are very, very hard old games. I just don't know, like, I can't think of them off the top of my head. Because I think a lot of, like, the perceived hardness with old, very old games is that, like, most of us were kids when we played these things. So we're gonna naturally suck at video games by comparison. But I'm sure there are some outliers where they're just so clunky and so glitchy, and maybe they're designed to be played in an arcade where they're, you know, they're supposed to eat your quarters. That they're probably fairly difficult. Yeah, I don't know. It is the hardest game overall I played Boshi. The problem is I don't remember playing Boshi that well. It was so long ago. Like, I feel like if you took something like, you know, let's say, what's the sort of difficult? Well, okay, let's take Millennia, for example. If you took Millennia, and, you know, and just plunked that as an encounter back in the 90s, forget for a minute that would just, like, be weird and anachronistic and people have no idea what's going on because, oh my god, the graphics and the gameplay, how is this technologically possible? You just assume it's happening in a vacuum and compare it to the difficulty of everything else. People say, like, that is a really, really difficult encounter right now, right? Like, I imagine the reaction to that would be even more so back in the day. Well, I was the older brother, so. I think I've heard of this Lion King Cunt Force race thing. I didn't see it. I'm not really sure when and what era that's from, but... I think it's like, I don't know, Like, I'm just using Millennia as a generic example. There's harder things we could import back into the past, but, like... Well, let's do the opposite. If I were to play an older game right now, I don't know what would give me a comparable challenge to some of the harder things that I would play now. Granted, the hardest things I do are challenge runs, so, like, modifying games in a way that they're not meant to be played. But let's say compared to, well, Wings of V, or... like Boshi and stuff like that. Now, granted, with stuff like this, it's hard to compare because there's games where you have limited lives and continues, whereas this is an infinite thing, so how does that compare? Because you can brute force this. Eventually, well, maybe not everyone could beat this, but assuming you had an infinite amount of time, presumably you could eventually brute force this to some degree, whereas if you had a limited number of lives, it's a bit different. Like, because you have infinite lives in this has to be mechanically more difficult. But if you have infinite lives, do you factor that into the difficulty, right? It's all how you're qualifying these things. And then there's a lot of, like, older arcade games that go infinitely as well, right? So, I mean, like, that, I don't think you can factor that in because you don't really beat them per se. They just sort of keep going and they're score based, so, like, that's its own weird category. I mean, again, that raises the question, how do you compare these games by comparison, then, where you can't actually lose the game? The only way you can lose the game in this, for example, Wings of V, is you quit. Right? So by that token, because you can't really lose, is it easy? I would argue no. Sorry, snails on the wall. The game won't let me loot them, unfortunately. Although, I don't know, I don't think I need to be taking more damage in this game. Actually, incidentally, there is a... You can make this game really difficult if we're talking about difficulty sliders or difficulty options. There's an option to make this game one hit. So everything, if it touches you, you die. So, like, for example, this part where I was face tanking a single shot, I wouldn't be able to do that. I would have to learn how to play this section flawlessly. And this game is full of sections like that, which would get really annoying. There's also a higher difficulty where there's only one checkpoint per stage. So you have to beat the whole area and a boss in one go without getting hit. No, it's too late. You guys started this. You're going to get this discussion whether you want it to or not. It'll teach you for bringing up the topic. Like, I don't know, if you're going to consider that like a legitimate difficulty in the game, because it is, those are options to make that game that. I don't think I can come up... Again, I'm not saying that it doesn't exist, but I feel like you'd be hard-pressed to come up with a game that would be as difficult as this game on its most extreme difficulty. But again, it also kind of comes down to what is the intended difficulty level of this game, right? So, like, I feel like I'm playing it on the intended level. Normally, I like to play games on, like, the highest possible difficulty. This is one of the few exceptions, and I've seen pretty much, well, every other streamer that I know of has made, that typically plays on the hardest possible difficulty, an exception for this game, because this game specifically on highest difficulty turns into an exercise of extreme tedium, or at least I can see it being that. Because it's all about learning patterns and stuff like that, right? Like, I do this part over and over and over again until I learn how to do it. Now, if I had to do this entire level, or whatever, from wherever the previous boss is, every time I wanted to make a single attempt at this elevator, I would be on this game for a very, very long time. I do have to move on and play something else at some point, but it would probably take me literal months to get through the game. Now, as an NG Plus thing, that becomes a bit more viable because I've seen everything, right? So I theoretically know the patterns and I can deal with it in that sense. But, you know, just to get to one attempt to learn a pattern, I have to go through maybe up to 30-minute, like a 30-minute slog every time. Like that, potentially more, that'd be really crazy. Oops. That's so going to be intended difficulty. I'm pretty sure like what I'm doing right now is like essentially what the game is balanced around, I guess. Even if obviously the other difficulty plus, you know, you have to do it without being hit once mode is physically possible. He was Solgren? Wait, did Solgren like live near there or something, or? Oh fuck. Well, that's cool. If you have tea, say hi to Solgren. You're like, who? Ah, clip the edge again. Yeah, people have all sorts of different definitions of fun. Fun is like one of the most subjective things on the planet. I find this amusing. Some people have fun playing League of Legends. No, that's not true. Okay, that's not subjective. No one is actually having fun, they just think they're having fun. But, you know, you get the idea, right? Like, I like these sorts of games, and when I finally get it, it's quite satisfying, right? Oh shit! Fuck. Not mentally prepared for this. Okay, I got kind of a strat here. Okay, we did it. Oh, you're kidding. Ah, fucking hell. Okay, we made it past that part. That's progress. Now it's just a case of how quickly can we brute force those skeletons. Maybe if I jump up I can get them to spawn faster and I can just start shooting them. I'm going to have to face tank a bunch there. I mean, I don't have to. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like, it's possible Hope might actually be enjoying himself. I don't know. I feel like he's deluding himself, but that's what I mean, right? People have fun doing the strangest things. You know, I'm sure there's people who enjoy chopping off their testicles and then feeding them to piranhas or something. Shit. Ah, fuck. Ugh. By jumping, it looks like it messes it up. It's playing Soraka. No, you don't. If you actually do, see, then I doubly don't understand how you don't understand the concept of subjectivity in terms of what's fun. Ah! Haven't messed up like that. You're playing a healer, the least fun role in a MOBA, the least fun genre. I don't know how you can make it any less fun. There's too many modifiers there. Okay. Don't get hit by the driver. Shit. Okay. My calls are making me... Oh! Oh, they just sit there. Shit! Use one more shot. Okay, that's so much easier. No problem, we got this. I thought I had to do it super fast. I'm like, okay, this part's gonna take me a while. We got this part. No problem. We'll get it soon. You fight the healing signs you don't... You're giving me an ideal scenario here. That's assuming you have a team. Whereas 90% of the time, it's not going to be that. It's going to be like, you're trying to heal an AD carry who's busy CSing in the middle of a team fight, or your top lane is just completely AFK. Your jungler is like attacking a tower when there's a dragon fight happening, and your mid laner's already dead. Oh, so hello, Glenn. I think I just saw you in chat there. Give me a second here. It was indeed Glenn. Hello. I'm pretty standard. How about yourself? Oh, your tank? Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I mean. I played healers and MMOs too. You gotta make mini games for yourself like that. How nervous can we make the tank before it's like he's actually going to die? Standard's pretty, well, standard. I like how this demon alphabet only seems to have like 4 letters. Or 5. Those scrawls on the background there. %. Dungeon. I don't know if I ever got to like that low that consistently. But I tended to cut it pretty close. You know, I need to conserve mana. Who knows what I'm going to need it for in the next, I don't know, minute. I might need a nuke or something. Ah! Bum, da, 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 dun, 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 dun. Okay, here we go. This part again. Why? I need a better way of doing that. I keep doing it the same way, and it's like super sketchy each time. There's a way to make that much easier without having to like stress out over what the hell the black holes are doing. Oh. I wonder how many people have died in those spikes right there. Alright, no problem. Easiest elevator of my life. Honestly, like I said, I was expecting that last bit to be way harder, but the elevator stopped. Zolgren's getting soft in his old age. 8 years ago. Honestly, if it didn't stop, I don't know actually how it would be physically possible. Kill him in that short amount of time? You'd have to, like, bait them into a melee somehow, both of them. Yeah, so I know my kit, and I know my burst heal cooldowns. Yeah, but you can never really predict what the tanks are going to do, right? That's why I don't... So I try not to get it too low. But yeah, no, I don't see the need to obsessively keep tanks at full all the time, like some healers do. It obviously depends on the game, but when I was healer in, say, World of Warcraft and stuff, I'd be like, I'll keep the tank at a comfortable level that I know I can keep them healed. But I'm not going to sit there and baby use it 100% all the time. It's also inefficient to do it that way, usually, because you're going to get wasted heals. The other thing I do in my is one of the tank invuln drop. The Dark Knight one? Wait, no, the Dark Knight one is you can't die, but if you don't get healed back to full during you die. Something like that. Gunbreaker, okay. He goes wild card in chat, activates the invuln, and then turns it. Wait. I don't understand what your macro does. Yeah, I've never played Gunbreaker. But then again, I haven't played too many. I only played Dark. Well, that's not true. In A Realm Reborn, I played Dragoon. Then I switched to Dark Knight when I reached Heavensward. That's not true. I played through a bunch of Heavensward on Dragoon and then swapped to Dark Knight towards the end. And then the rest of the game I played in Dark Knight. Also, I was not paying attention what this fucking eye was doing the whole time. But... Oh wait, no, when you're playing it, okay, I thought you were like, when you're the healer, so but it's when you're playing Gunbreaker. I'm gonna look at this again, because I wasn't paying attention. You guys shut up, okay? You need to pay attention to the eyeball here, okay? Slide, jump, slide, jump, slide, hover, go under, get my jump back? I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there. So I'm gonna slide, drop, jump, slide, drop, slide, kill those there, which is not too difficult. Okay. Because it's Solgren, I mean. That's like his thing, I think. That's not how you do that. So they start chasing you there. Okay, so that's the difference. I was sitting and thinking, okay, this is not too bad at all. That's the annoying part there. They start bothering you at that point. It's tier 3. You're not supporting Solgren's hard work, Toxic? Unbelievable. I'm gonna tell Solgren. You don't appreciate all the hard work he does in the art world here. No excuses. You gotta pull yourself up by your bootstraps and earn enough money so you can send Solgren money. You're kidding me. I did it too. Damn. That said, it's not too bad. Like I said, this screen is not bad. There might be something really horrible afterwards, but compared to the previous one, like maybe this is intended to be kind of a break or something. Oops. Whoops. It was art stream. Is that, wait, so does he like stream on a platform that's not Twitch as well, kind of thing? While he's doing art? See, this is the kind of thing if you had to do it on no hit. This would actually be really great. Anything involving like these stupid like small mobs that get in your way, they become really hard. Oh, over Discord. Oh, it's like private streaming. Yeah, just need to not get hit as much, and we're fine. Oops. What? What? Oh, right. No, Soulgren definitely does have a very unique art style. Like, you're not gonna mistake Soulgren for anyone else, as far as I know. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. So. English Novelist Sparrow, I figure how to counter longbowmen effectively as Mongols. Maybe you just don't. Maybe it's like that meme format guy with George Carlin, where he's like, maybe, I guess I'll just die now, or whatever he says. Yeah, Toxic, I already said that. So I already gave him the solution. He's just not listening to me. Yeah, 2v1. Go do it, Hope. Ah! No. You don't get AK-47. You have to use a Glock, like I said. They just get handgun, and that's good enough. I did not hover there. That would have been it. Legends of Runeterra. Now that's a good game. Ah. You can go faster than that. Your gun. What'd you do? Shoot too many people? Where'd it go? Yeah, I don't need to really stress out about or stress dealing too much damage in that part. I can just get to the next part. So now I just need to kill both bosses, I'm assuming. Okay, so we got past that section. Now, well, let's see what's down here. I've been expecting you, Punts. I knew that lousy robot wouldn't do his job. Not even a task as simple as getting rid of a dumb little angel. As you might have guessed, I've been studying. With my newly acquired knowledge, this will be the end of you, Angel. But enough talk. Have at you. I'm trying to figure out what that yellow gauge is. So when I shoot you when you have your shields up, you just get more shit, I think? Nautilus Maokai, ugh. I didn't realize you were that boring, Hope. Jesus. The three, you may as well just be playing precons that, like, Riot gives you. More interesting? That's because you gotta get creative. Do something interesting with the cards. Not just like, do what Riot tells you to do. Little girl. I mean, eventually. Okay, so she get knocked over. I'm trying to figure out the mechanics right now. Okay, no, she does take damage from the right now. Okay, so that ghost orb thing does... Okay, so she's healing through some means. Okay, yeah, this is not a standard. There's some gimmick to this. Obviously, it has something to do with knocking her into the lava, but... Lava?
will die.
Something is life stealing, I think, maybe? That's bad. Oops.
To die, you can run, but you can't hide. It's time to die. Eat this. Shield. Tremble in fear. Eat this. Ow! You will die. You'll love me. Fire! Protect me! Tremble in fear. Eat this. Aw, that was too easy.
Theodore, I don't know. It's something to do with the shield. Just trying to figure out all the gimmicks.
Die.
Obviously, anyone who knows,
Run.
don't tell me. It's a blind playthrough. Gotta throw. I always gotta throw those reminders out there when I'm talking. These are hypothetical questions, and the point is for me to figure it out. Not you to tell me.
Eat this. Shield. Get a load of this. Eat this. Run. Run. Eat this. Shield.
Yeah. A certain element of the... sometimes the shield heals there, but not always. It's weird. Like, I know roughly what the mechanic is. It's just the exact specifics of it, I'm not sure. Like, how to trigger, how to not trigger it. That's what I'm just kind of looking at the moment.
To die, you can run, but you can't hide. It's time to die. Time to die. Eat this. Shield. It's time to die. Eat this. Aw, that was too easy. Welcome to die. Nowhere to hide. It's time to die. Get a load of this. Ow! Eat this. Fire! Protect me! Aw, that was too easy.
I think if it gets, like... if you max the bar out, then it starts healing? Something like that.
You will die. Tremble in fear.
But there are some instances where you can, like, shoot a lot. And it doesn't? I don't know.
This. Shield. Get a load of this. Eat this. Shield. You will die. Tremble in fear. Fire! Protect me. Get a load of this.
Okay, there's just too many, like, fireballs and shit now.
Eat this. Aw.
I think that's what it is. I'm gonna do a few more experiments before I start taking, like, serious I'm trying to kill you attempts, but...
You can't hide. Get a load of this.
Okay, so the first you can overload spider.
Welcome to die. Nowhere to hide. You're a load of myths.
What is that from again? Welcome to Die? Is that the X-Men game? I want to say.
Eat this. Shield. You're a load of myths. Eat this. Ow.
What? Get in there. That's annoying.
You will die. You're a load of myths.
Yeah, okay. So long as there is
Shield.
any yellow on there, it looks like any subsequent hit will... Well, I don't know. I'm not sure about the multi-hits.
To die. Nowhere to hide. Trembling fear. Eat this. Fire. Protect me. Eat this. Right there.
Get in there.
Eat this. Aw, that was too easy.
I think that is the way you're supposed to do it.
Welcome to die. You will die. Time to die. Ow. Eat this. Shield. Eat this. Shield. Ow. Eat this. You can run, but you can't hide. Welcome to die. You can run, but you can't hide. You're a load of myths.
Yeah, the multi-hit, like, I don't know, it doesn't seem to trigger the shield, but it's not like I'm doing more damage.
Eat this.
So getting close to her doesn't really seem to serve any kind of purpose. I bet I'm just like
Eat this.
hitting once and then running.
You will die.
This is like way more of a defensive fight than an offensive one,
Eat this.
which is actually a nice change of pace. Like a lot of the fights just kind of seem like
Eat this.
a DPS race kind of thing.
Time to die. Eat this. Eat this. And now pause. Attack.
I don't know what that is.
Aw, that was too easy.
It's really fast. Oh yeah, no, this is definitely the way you do it. I'm just not sure if it's the optimal way yet, but I think this is what you're supposed to do.
Welcome to die. You can run, but you can't hide. Time to die.
Ugh.
Ow. Eat this. Shield.
Yeah, I gotta treat it more like I'm one of those like a shmup where you only or a bullet hell game, even though it's not like quite the same, but the principles are roughly the same. Where you just have to look at my character and defensively move and just shoot periodically. The offense is more incidental in this game.
Run. Get a load of this.
Ah.
Get a load of this. Ow! You will die.
Honestly, the hardest thing to deal with is those like translucent. Like fire circle things, they're kind of hard to see.
Welcome to die. You can run.
When you break the shield, she just falls over. It's just like that's a condition to deal damage.
Tremble in fear. Eat this. Fire. Protect me. Eat this.
Can't get my shot off.
Shield. Right there. Run.
What am I doing?
Get a load of this. Fire. Protect me.
Better remember, they like come from the top. As soon as you like get in close, it's just kind of a crapshoot. So I need to not do that. Whoa!
Eat this. Fire. Protect me. Eat this. Get a load of this. You will die.
It was going well, and then I just kind of messed up once, and you get hit a whole bunch.
Welcome to die. You will die. It's time to die. Eat this.
Get in there.
Eat this. Shield. Eat this. Ow!
Really?
Nowhere to hide. Get a load of this. Shield. Shield.
A nice defensive maneuver slash jump on a wasted run because I have no hit points to work with.
Eat this.
But yeah, this one shouldn't take too long. I get that.
To die. You will die. It's time to die. Ow! Eat this. Shield. Get a load of this.
Honestly, these first two really need to be flawless. Oh my god. That's really annoying when she gets stuck in like the exact spot where you can't knock her off.
Shield. Shield. Eat this. Get a load of this. Shield. Eat this. And now stop.
Would have been in the next phase by now. Ooh. Whoa!
Aw.
It comes back? It didn't... Alright.
Welcome to die. Nowhere to hide. Tremble in fear.
Ugh.
Eat this. Fire. Protect me. Eat this. Right there. Aw.
Yeah, all the damage coming from those stupid, like, translucent things.
Run. Run. Tremble in fear.
Ugh. Oh my god, that is so annoying when she does that. You like, literally just can't knock her off. And as it starts swapping, you gotta be really on the ball.
Welcome to die. You can run, but you can't hide. Get a load of this. Right there. Eat this. Shield.
Ah, fuck, I hate you. Just, they're really difficult to see. It's really irritating.
Eat this. Right there. Run. Run. Get a load of this. Fire. Protect me. Aw, that was too easy.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to die. You will die. Get a load of this. Ow. Eat this. Shield. Get a load of this. Eat this. Nowhere to hide. Trembling fear. Shield.
Oh.
Aw, that was too easy.
Yeah, I was actually saying there's several fights that probably would have been harder for him. Like, really annoying to deal with through the colorblind, so I had to guess. I don't know what, obviously, what colorblind is going to look like exactly. But anything with, like, a lot of these really kind of faint red tells, like the laser beams and stuff, seem like they'd be really annoying.
To die. Run. Run. Trembling fear. Eat this. Right there. Eat this. Fire. Protect me. Eat this. Right there. Eat this. Fire. Protect me. Fire. Protect me. Eat this. Ow. Eat this. Enough talk. Come at me.
Mm.
Good luck. Just die already. Aw,
What?
that was too easy. Welcome to die. Run, run. Trembling fear. Ow. Eat this. Fire. Protect me.
Ah.
You will die. Get a load of me. Shield. Eat this. Eat this.
Wait, what?
Fire. Protect me. Aw.
What the hell? Blends in with a weird made-up color. I see.
Welcome to die.
Oh, yeah, this blends in kind of anyway.
Time to die. Eat this. Shield. Eat this. Eat this. You can run, you can't hide. Shield. Eat this. Eat this. And now the top. Have at me.
What? I figured you know, I do need the flutter, okay.
Welcome to die. You can run, but you can't hide. Get a load of this. Get a load of this. Eat this. Shield. You can run, but you can't hide. Get a load of this. Ow! What? Eat this. Fire! Protect me! Fire! Protect me! Right there! Eat this! You will die! Trouble is here! Shield! Aw, that was sweet. Welcome to die. Nowhere to hide. Get a load of this. Right there. Eat this. Shield. Eat this. Trouble is here. Nowhere to hide.
Really?
Aw, sweet. Welcome to die. You can run, but you can't hide. It's time to die. Eat this.
Like, Melee might be doing a bit more. I'm not really sure, though.
Shield.
Like, I do see a 2 pop up, but I don't really know if that matters.
Get a load of this. You will die. Get a load of me. Fire! Protect me. Get a load of me. Eat this. Ow! can run, but you can't hide. Get a load of this. Eat this. Right there. Eat this. Fire.
Got you killed in there.
Careful in here. Eat this. Ow.
Obviously, I'm playing this a bit weird, but like
Run.
trying to determine matters at all.
Time to die. Fire. Protect me. Fire. Protect me. Aw.
Whatever. I just go back to playing normally. It does, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Welcome to die. Run. Run. It's time to die.
Ugh.
Welcome to die. You can run, but you can't hide. It's time to
Oops.
die.
Walked into stupid. Just restart.
Welcome to die. You will die. Careful in here. Get a load of this.
Stupid.
Eat this. Shield. Shield. Get a load of this. Right there. What can you do? Eat this.
Oh, God, that's so annoying.
Welcome to
Just
die.
shoot her in the opposite direction. Like, it's really hard to gauge whether or not she's going to be in that
Careful in
immovable position where she just gets stuck.
Ow. What?
Like,
Eat this.
it doesn't happen that often, but when it does, it's just shitty.
Shield. Fire. Protect me. Run. Run. Right there. Eat this. Welcome to die. Nowhere to hide. It's time to die. Eat this. Ow. Eat this. Shield. Eat this. What can you do? You can run, but you can't hide. Careful in here. Shield. Get a load of this. Right there. Eat this.
I don't know, the fact that she can get stuck really just doesn't add anything to
To
this.
die. You can run, but you can't hide.
Everything else is actually kind of cool.
Careful
But
in here. Right there.
What? The fuck?
Aw, that was too easy.
Was it 4 or 3? I can't remember. Yeah, so that was a little bit glitchy, but whatever.
Nowhere to hide.
I think it was a particularly good attempt anyway.
Get a load of this.
Shit, wrong button.
Eat this. Right there. Eat this. Shield. Welcome to die. You can run, but you can't hide. You're a load of this. Welcome to die. You will die. It's time to die.
Mm.
Welcome to die. You can run, but you can't hide. You're a load of this. It's time to die. Eat this. Ow! Eat this. Shield. Run. Run! Get a load of this. Fire. Protect. Eat this. Shield. Time to die. Eat this.
Oh my god. Ooh, that is such an irritating mechanic.
Welcome.
Again, it just doesn't add anything to this fight. It just makes it annoying.
Get a load of this. Eat this. What? Eat this. Welcome to die. Nowhere to hide. You're a load of this. Welcome to die. You can run, but you can't hide. You're a load of this. Welcome to die. You can run, but you can't hide. It's time to die. Get a load of this. Eat this. Shield. You will die. Time to die. Eat this. Shield. Trembling fear. Eat this. Right there. You will die. Enough talk. Have action. Good luck. Just die
Okay. Yeah, that other phase is not too bad. I don't entirely know what that skull thing is, but you can hit it away, so.
Welcome to die. Run. Run! You'll love this. Right there. Eat this. Fire. Protect me. Eat this. Eat this. Ow! What? You will die. Time to die. Shield.
It's such a stupid mechanic.
Get a load of this. Shield. Welcome to die. Run. Run. Get a load of this. Ow! Eat this. Shield. Get a load of this. Eat this. Eat this. Shield. Trembling fear. Eat this. What?
So fucking stupid. Oh,
Eat this.
now she's glitched out. I
Fire.
don't think this is well, I don't know. I'm kind of curious what happens if we take her to the next phase like this, but
Get a load of this.
yep.
Welcome to die. Nowhere to hide. Get a load of this.
Ugh.
Right there. What can you do? Welcome to die. Run. Run. Get a load of this. Eat this.
Testing something there. So yeah, hitting it does, I think, make it smaller. Not that I want to be doing that, but
You can run, but you can't hide. Get a load of this. Eat this. Eat this. Shield. Eat this. Right there. You will die. Trembling fear. Fire. Protect me. Eat this. Aw.
hmm.
Welcome to die. You will die. It's time to die. Eat this.
Oh, the rocks actually damaged this other thing too.
Eat this. Shield. loaded this. Shield. Eat this.
What? Oh, yeah, I need to do one more.
Welcome to die. Nowhere to hide. Get a load of this. Eat this. Fire. Protect me. Eat this. Trembling fear. Nowhere to hide. Right there. Eat this. Shield.
Close.
Eat this. Shield. Another rock. Have at me.
Ah.
Good luck. Just die already. How are you still alive? Run! Run! Trembling fear. Aw, that was too easy.
Be a source of persistent damage. Oh,
Welcome to die. You will die. Get a load of this. Right there. Eat this. Shield. Eat this.
restart it. Why is that black hole even there?
Die. Run. Run. Trembling fear.
Invisible things.
Shield. It's time.
God, these are irritating.
You can run, but you can't hide. Welcome to die. Run. Run.
One second.
Get a load of this. Aw, that was too easy.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to die. You will die. Get a load of this. No fair. Eat this. Shield. Eat this. Eat this. You can run, but you can't hide. Get a load of this.
Shit.
Shield. Eat this. Eat this. And now
What?
head back.
One, two, three, four, or two. Let's get definitely three per side.
Good luck.
Pretty sure it was, but it's like actually properly counted.
Just die already.
Jesus Christ. That's like about as far as you have to go. Like, it's doable, you just have to act like instantly.
Nowhere to
Which makes me wonder if the farthest possible, from one end to the other, if that can even happen.
get a load of this.
If that's like actually doable.
Eat this. Eat this.
Ugh.
Fire. Protect me. Shield. Eat this. No fair. What can you do?
That's so much. God.
Get a load of this. Shield.
I feel like that was just put in to be irritating. Like, no proper thought from a gameplay perspective of why that's there like that. Just to be annoying. I don't think I've encountered another specific mechanic that's like intentionally, not like a bug or something, that I find as disagreeable as that one. It just feels bad.
To die. You will die. Tremble in fear.
Like, make a game as hard as you want, but irritating is like, it just has no value. It's annoying. That's it.
To die. You will die. Get a load of this. Eat this. What can you do? Eat this. Shield. Shield. Ow! You will die. Get a load of this. Shield. Eat this. Ow! Eat this. Shield.
Yeah. A really good run falls apart because of that one stupid mechanic.
Welcome to die. You can run, but you can't hide. Tremble in fear. Ow! Eat this. Shield. Get a load of this. Eat this. No fair. You can run, but you can't hide. Tremble in fear. Shield.
Oh my fucking... Just restarted. God, it's so dumb.
To die, you will die. Time to die. Eat this. Ow! What did you do? Welcome to die. You can run, but you can't hide. Time to die. Ow! Eat this. Shield. Time to die. Eat this. Ow! Nowhere to hide. You're over me. Shield. Eat this. Eat this. And now toss. Come back.
Wait, was another phase? Fuck, I forgot about that.
Good luck. Just die already. How are you still alive? Nowhere to hide. Get a load of this. Shield. Eat this. Aw,
I think I was taking a bunch of damage from the skull thing at some point. It
well,
was like under the ground or something dumb like that.
run. Run! Get a load of this. Eat this. Eat this. Shield. Eat this. Eat this. You can run, but you can't hide. Trembling fear. Fire. Protect me.
What the heck?
Get a load of me. Right there. And now toss. Come back.
Could have done that with no. Whoa, fuck.
Good luck. Just die already! How are you still alive? Nowhere to hide. Trembling here. Shield. Aw, that was sweet. Welcome to die. You can run, but you can't hide. Trembling here. Welcome to die. Nowhere to hide. You're alone in this. Eat this. Right there. Welcome to die. Run, run. Get a load of this. Welcome to die. Nowhere to hide. Trembling here. Eat this. Ow! Die. Shield. Eat this. Eat this. Trembling here. You will die.
Ah.
Time to die. Shield. Eat this. Eat this. And now stop. Come back. Good luck. Just die already! How are you still alive? Run! Run! Get a load of this! Shield! Ow! Eat this! Aw, that was sweet. Welcome to die. Nowhere to hide. It's time to die. Eat this!
Whoa.
Ow! Fire! Protect me! Eat this! It's time to die. Right there. You will die. Trembling fear. Fire! Protect me! Get a load of this! And now stop. Come back. already. How are you still alive? Run! Run! You're loving this. Shield! Aw, that was too easy.
Yeah, I really don't want to shoot it down. It's so easy to lose track of it. It's just like sometimes you kind of have to.
Die. Run! Run! It's time to die. Welcome to die. Run! Run! You're loving this. Welcome to die. Run! Run! You're loving this. Eat this! Ow! Eat this! Shield! Eat this! Right there! Nowhere to hide. You're loving this. Fire! Protect me! Eat this! Eat this! Ow! What did you do? Eat this! Welcome to die. Run! Run! Time for you to die. Welcome to die. You can run, but you can't hide. Get a load of this! Ow! Eat this! Shield! Eat this! Ow! Nowhere to hide. Time to die. Fire! Protect me! Aw, that was too easy. Welcome to die. You will die. Get a load of this.
What the?
Welcome to die. You will die. Get a load of this. Eat this. What did you do?
Ah, that bullshit. Ugh.
Welcome to die. You will die. Time to die. Right there. Eat this.
I could get extra damage if I shoot her while in the air.
Welcome to die. Nowhere to hide. It's time for you to die. Ow! Eat this. Shield. Get a load of this. Eat this. Ow!
Right at the end, you're kidding me.
Good luck. Just die already! How are you still alive? You can run, but you can't hide. Get a load of this! Shield! Eat this! Ow! Eat this! Shield! Get a load of this! Eat this! Run! Run! Not again!
Got him. Alright. But the books. I can't believe this. Executed every spell flawlessly. I shouldn't worry. I'm tired. There's no way you're making it through this castle unscathed. I'll get you then. Not that I couldn't beat you any other time. I'm just really busy, and dealing with your holy self is a waste of my precious time. This is over, Ponce. Alright, see ya. Lee, one of the gates opened. I sense a portal around where you are. Might lead back here. Sounds good. I guess smug is the right word for it. Okay, so that was that portal there. Where's the nearest save point? I know it's saved after bosses. Just want to make sure. Oh yeah, I can go through the portal. Did it say anything different? So close. So close. Wait. Oh, I can only talk to one of them. No, I can't. Sense evil behind the gate. Okay. I am tired now. That stream actually was quite a bit longer than I intended. A, because there was no D&D today, but I think, how many hours did that go? About 4. Okay, it wasn't that long. But that's enough for now. Tomorrow, I don't know what's going on. There are several reasons I may not be able to stream. We'll find out which one or how many of them end up being relevant. So I might not stream tomorrow. But if that's the case, I'll be back Thursday. It's actually fairly likely that I wasn't going to end up being able to stream days, so at least I'm not taking 2 days off this week. But yeah, I'm going to get the hell out of here. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Game's fun. It's got a few questionable mechanics, but I'm enjoying myself. Yeah. Goodbye. Probably, oh yeah, next time I stream, probably more. But maybe we'll mix in some AoE and